Welcome students to online classes of mathematics for class 8. In this video we are going to study the chapter number 6, which is squares and the square root of NCERT textbook. And here we will cover the remaining question of exercise 6.4. That's why I have written it as part 2. Okay, this is session number 5 for this particular chapter. Myself Deepak Gautam, teaching mathematics in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. So let's start with the remaining question of exercise 6.4. Since we've already covered the first 3 questions of exercise 6.4 in the previous session, now in this session we are going to start with the question number 4. Okay. So the question number 4 is find the least number which must be subtracted from each of the following numbers so as to get a perfect square. Okay, also find the square root of the perfect number, so obtain. So we are given certain number here. First we have to find the square root of this number by the division method. We will get something as a remainder, and that remainder need to be subtracted from this given number to make them a perfect square number. Okay, and then we have to find the square root of that number. So in this question I will do the part second and part third. Remaining parts will be done by you. Okay, so let's see the answer number 4. Part second, the number given to us is 1989. Okay, so let's find its square root by division method. First write the number here 1989. Okay, mark the line here in front of the number and 1 on the upper side. Now next step is to make the pair of number from the right hand side. So we have this 89 and 19. Okay, so let's take the number here, as we have 19 here, so the first number will be 4 into 4, which will be 16. When you subtract them, 19 minus 16 will give us 3. Okay, next step is to add these two numbers. So 4 plus 4 will be 8. We'll keep a space here and take down the number, next pair of number, which is 8 and 9. So the number become 389. So now we have to think of a number here, so that when this two-digit number is multiplied by the digit here, we should get a number either equal to or less than this number 389. So clearly that number will be 4. So when you multiply 84 into 4, you will get 6 and 3. Okay, and when you subtract them, you will get answer remainder as 53. Okay, so if you go ahead, that means you have to add this 84 to 8. You will get 88 here, and whatever number you take here, that will be bigger than this number, so will not move ahead. We have to stop here. That means 53 is our remainder. Okay, so now we have to write here the remainder is 53. So 53 is the least number which need to be subtracted to make it a perfect square number. To make it a perfect square number, that is 1989 minus 53. Okay, when you subtract 53, you will get the number as 6391. Okay, and 63191 will be the square root, and the square root of 6391 will be 44. Okay, so that means you will write thus square root of 1936 will be this number 44. That's our answer. Okay, that's how you have to solve these questions. First you have to find the square root of this number by division method. You will get something as a remainder, and that remainder is the least number which is need to subtract it from the given number. So the number that we obtain will be the square root of this number. That means the square root of this remaining number will be the number written here. Okay, so the square root of 1936 will be 44. Okay, in similar way we will do the next part. We have the part third. The number given to us here is 3250. Number is 3250. Again we'll start by finding its square root by division method. So write the number 3250. Okay, mark one line in front of it like this and one on the upper side. Then we have to make the pair of number from the right hand side. So we have 50 and 32. Okay, we have 50 and 32. So we have to think of a number here which when multiplied by the same number we should get a number equal to or less than 32. So that number clearly will be 5. Okay, if you take 6 that will be 36. So we'll take 5. 5 into 5 is 25. After subtracting you will get 32 minus 25 will be 7. Okay, next step is to add these two numbers. 5 plus 5 will be 10, keeping one space here. So we have to, and we'll take down the next digit. Okay, so now we have to think of a number which when multiplied by itself we should get a number either equal to or less than this number. Okay, clearly that number will be 7. So 7 into 107 will be 749. Okay, when you subtract them you will get 1. So if you move ahead you will always get a number greater than 1. So we'll stop here. So the remainder here is 1. So we'll write here the remainder is 1. Okay, so hence the remainder, since the remainder is 1, so we'll write 1 is the least number need to be subtracted from the given number which is 3250. That is 3250 minus 1 will result into 3249. Thus the square root of this number 3249 is the number written here. Okay, 57. That's our answer. Okay, so in similar way you will do the remaining parts first, 4 and 5. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, now come to the question number 5. We have find the least number which must be added. Okay, only difference between the previous one and this one is this, what should be added here. Okay, find the least number which must be added to each of the following numbers so as to get a perfect square number. Also find the square root of the perfect square number so obtained. Okay, so both the questions are similar. In question number 4 we are asked to find which should need to be subtracted, while here we are asked what should be added to make it a perfect square number. Okay, so then I will do the two part of this question, that is second and fourth. Okay, the remaining 3 will be done by you. Let's start the answer number 5, part second. We have the number 1750. So now we have to find this its square root by division method. So write the number here 1750, draw one line in front of it and one on the upper side. So clearly you can see after making the pair of numbers from the right hand side, first number digit or pair of digit we have is 17. So clearly that number that should be written here is 4. So 4 into 4 will be 16. If you take 5 that will be 25, which is more than 17. So we'll take 4. 4 into 4 is 16. Okay, after subtracting you will get 1. Okay, next step is to add 4 these two digits. 4 plus 4 will be 8, keeping a space here. So take down the next pair of digit which is 50. So number become 150. Okay, so now we have to think of a digit here which when multiplied by this two digit number we should get a number less than or equal to 150. Okay, so if you take 2 here, so this will become 82. 82 into 2 will be 164, which is more than 150. So we'll take 1 here and 1 here. So 81 into 1 will give us 81 here. After subtracting we will get 9 and 6. So number we get is 69. So if you go any further you will get a number here which is less than 69. So we'll stop here and this 69 will be a remainder. So we'll write here the remainder is 69. Okay, this shows that, or this means that, what it means is the square of 41, this number is less than 1750. Okay, if you find the square of 41, that number that will be less than this 1750. Okay, so the next higher number is, we'll write next perfect square number is next is square of 42, and square of number 42 is 1764. Okay, square of 42 is 1764. So that means this number is less than this square of 42. So what we have to add here is, so we'll write hence the number to be added is, we have to subtract the given number from the square of 40, that is 1764 minus 1750 equals to 14. So the number that needs to be added here is 14. Okay, in that case the square of 164, after adding this 14 to this given number, it will become 1764, and the square root of 1764 is 42. That's the answer of the part second of question number 5. Okay, simply what we have to do is, we have to first find its square root by the division method. You will get something as a remainder, so you will write the remainder is 69, and this means that the square root of this number 41 is less than 1750. Okay, so the next perfect square number is, which is the square of number 42. Square of number 42 is 1764. Okay, that means the difference between the two number, these two give number is 14. So that means we need to add 14 to make it a perfect square number. So after adding 14 you will get 1740. That is the square of this number is 42. Okay, in similar way we'll do the next part, which is part number 4. We have the number here is 1825. So let's write the number here 1825. Draw a line here and 1 on the upper side. Let's make the pair of number from the right hand side. We have 25 and 18. Okay, so the number clearly again will be 4 into 4 will be 16. When you subtract you will get 2. Okay, here add the 2 digit, 4 plus 4 will be 8, keeping one space here. Take down the next pair of digits, which is 2 and 5, so the number become 225. Okay, now again we have to think of a digit here, which when multiplied by this 2 digit number, that should be equals to or less than 225. Okay, so if you take 3, 8 into 3 is 24, but we here we have 22, so we'll take the 2. 22 into 2 will be 164. Okay, after subtracting you will get 1, and 5 minus 4 is 1, and 22 minus 4 will be 16, will be 6. Okay, so we are getting the number here is 61 as the remainder. Okay, so we'll write here the remainder is, when you moment you get the number here which is less than this number, you will stop there. So write remainder here is 61. Okay, so write this means that the square root of this number 42 is less than 1825. Okay, and next, or you can write, so next perfect square number is the square of 43, and the square of the number 43 is 1849. Okay, 1849, and the difference between the two number is, so we'll write hence the number to be added is this 1849 minus the given number, which is 1825. When you subtract the two numbers you will get as 24. Okay, thus the square root, so we have to add this 24 in the given number to make it a perfect square number. So that will be 1849, and the square root of this number is this 43. Okay, so number needs to be added is 24, and when you add that 24 to the given number, it will become the square of number 43, and that's what you're asked here. हमें simply क्या करना है यहाँ पे, first we have to find its square root by division method. You will get something as remainder. Write the remainder here. So this remainder indicates that since you are getting a remainder, this means that this if you find the square of 42, that will be less than this 1825. Okay, so the next perfect square number is the square of 43, which is 1849, and that means that we have to subtract the two numbers, so we'll get 24. That means this 24 is need to be added to the given number, which is 1825. Okay, then it will become 1849, which, and the square root of this number is 43. Okay, I hope you understood the questions 4 and 5. Okay, both are similar, but just you have to, once you get a remainder, if you're asked subtract what should be subtracted, so we'll subtract the remainder. If you're asked what should be added, you will go back to the next higher digit number of this. Like here we have 42, so next number will be 43, and the square root of 43 is 1849. Okay, you will find the difference of the two number, which is 24, and when you add this 24 to the given number, it will become 1849, and the square root of 1849 is 43. Okay, now moving to the next question, we have question number 6 is find the length of the side of the square whose area is 441. Okay, here we have to find the length of the side while we are given the area of square, which is 441. Okay, so let's start its answer number 6. Okay, as we have to find the length of this side of this square, so we'll write this as let the length of the side of square equals to x. Okay, so we have assumed that this length of the side of this square is x meter. Okay, so therefore, as we know that the area of square is given by the side square. Okay, area of square is given by the side square, and in the question we are given that the area of square is 441. So at the place of this area of square, we can write 441 meter square, and the side of the square we have taken as x, and outside we have x square. Okay, so this will be, we can write this as 441 equals to x square, or x from here will be 441 under root of 441, that is under root of 441. So now what we have to do here is we will find the square root of 441 by the division method. Okay, so let's write the number here 441. Okay, write one line in front of 8 and one on the upper side. Now we have to make the pair of number from the right hand side, so we have one pair of number, which is this 41, and then we have a single digit 4. Okay, so now we have to think of a number here which when multiplied by itself we should get a number less than or equals to 4. So clearly that number is 2. So when you multiply 2 into 2, you will get 4. Okay, after subtraction you will get 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, on this side we'll add these two digits, so 2 plus 2 will be 4, keeping one space here. Now take down the next pair of digits, which is 41, it is 41. Okay, so if you take 1 here and 1 here, so 1 into 41 will be 41. When you subtract them, you will get remainder as 0. Okay, that means the square root of 441 is 21. So at the place of this x we can write 21. Okay, hence the length of the square, length of side of square is 21 meter. Okay, so what we did here is we have assumed that the length of the square is x meter. Okay, and we know that the area of square is given by the side square, so as we have taken it as x, so it will be x square, and the area of square is given as 441. Okay, this will gives us that x is equals to square root of 441, which is we have found by the division method is equals to 21. Okay, so that the length of this square is 21 meter. Okay, now moving to the next question is question number 7. We have here the in right triangle ABC, right triangle at P, that is angle P is equals to 90 degree, and we are given the length of the other two sides, that is AB is equals to 6 cm, BC is equals to 8 cm. We have to find the length of AC. Okay, And the similar in the second one, we are given the length of AC, length of BC, and we have to find the length of the side AB. Okay, it's given that this is a right triangle, okay, which is right angle at B. So let's start the answer number 7, part A. Okay, so we have here in triangle ABC, in right triangle ABC, right angled at B, so that means B is of right angle. Okay, so by using Pythagoras theorem we can write it as, using Pythagoras theorem, okay, in Pythagoras theorem we know that the square of hypotenuse is equals to the square of, suppose this is a triangle ABC, okay, right angle at B, so let's name it point A here, A, B and C. Okay, this is right angle at point B. Side AB is given, which is 6 centimeter. Side BC is given, which is 8 centimeter, and we have to find the side AC. Okay, so in right triangle we can use Pythagoras theorem, which says the square of hypotenuse, which is AC, will be equals to the sum of the square of base and perpendicular. Base here is BC and perpendicular is AB. This is by Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem simply says the square of hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the square of base and perpendicular. Okay, since we have to find the length of AC here, so we'll keep it as at AC square. At the place of BC, BC is given as in the question as 8 centimeter, so at the place of BC we'll write 8 square, and AB is also given, which is 6 centimeter, so at the place of AB we'll write 6. So square of 8 is 64 and square of 6 is 36. When you add the two, you will get 100. So AC is equals to 100. Okay, AC square is equals to 100, or you can write this as AC equals to under root of 100, and you know that square root of 100 is 10. That means the length of side AC is 10 centimeter. Hence the length of side AC is equals to 10 centimeter. Okay, so we have used the Pythagoras theorem here. In right triangle ABC, Pythagoras theorem says the square of hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the square of base and perpendicular. Okay, so now moving to the next part, part B. Here we have side AC is 13 centimeter, BC is 5. So first draw the triangle, a rough figure of triangle, right triangle. Okay, not the triangle. Now this is again right triangle at B, so this angle is of 90 degree, which is represented by the letter B. Here in this question we are given that AC is 13 centimeter and BC is 5 centimeter, and we have to find the length of AB. Okay, so we'll write in right triangle ABC, right angle at B, using Pythagoras theorem, we have, if you apply the Pythagoras theorem this triangle, the Pythagoras theorem says the square of hypotenuse, which is AC, is equals to the square of base plus perpendicular. Perpendicular is AB. Okay, this is hypotenuse, this is base, and this is perpendicular. That's what the Pythagoras theorem say. The square of hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the square of base and the perpendicular. So in this question we are given the AC here is 13, so we'll write 13 square. BC is also given, which is 5, so we'll write 5 square at the, and AB we have to find. Okay, so let's expand the square. 13 square is 169 equals to 5 square is 25 plus AB square. Okay, or when you rearrange it, this AB from here will be 169 minus 25. Okay, this 25 shifted to left hand side, this will be of minus. So 169 minus 25 is 144, that is 144. Or you can write AB equals to square root of 144, and we know that the square root of 144 is 12. Okay, so hence the length of side AB is equals to 12 centimeter. Okay, this is again by using Pythagoras theorem. Now moving to the next question, we have question number 8. This is a very important question. Okay, listen it carefully. Question number 8 is, a gardener has 1000 plants. He wants to plant these plants in such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns remain same. So we have to find the minimum number of plants he needs more for this. As you can see, this 1000 is not a square number. So with this number of plants, he cannot make this formation where the number of rows and the number of columns are equal. So he needs some more plants to make this formation. So we have to find those number of plants. Simply, this question is similar to the question number 4, in which you are asked to find which should be added to a number to make it a perfect square number. Okay, so let's start the answer number 8. Here we have the number of plants are, the number of plants here are 1000. So we'll see if this 1000 is a perfect square number. If it is not, as we know that so it's not a perfect square number, we will see what should be added to this 1000 to make it a perfect square number. So let's take this number, which is 1000, and write one line in front of it like this, one on the upward side of this. We'll make a pair of number from the right hand side. So we have one pair of 0 and 1 0, that is 10 and 0 0. So considering the first two digit, which is 10, so we have to think of a number which when multiplied by itself we should get a number less than or equals to 10. So clearly that number is 3. So when you multiply 3 into 3, you will get 9. After subtraction, you will get 1. Okay, so next step is to add these two numbers. 3 plus 3 will be 6. We have to think of for a digit here. Before that, we have to take down the next pair of digit, which is 0 0, so it will become 100. Now we have to think of a number which when multiplied by itself we should get a number less than or equals to 100. So if you take 1 here and 1 here, so 31 into 1 into 61 will be again 61. When you subtract them, you will get remainder as 9 3. So the remainder here is 39. So here you will see that here the remainder is 39. Remainder is 39. Okay, so this means, or you write, this means the square of this means that the square of this number 39, this यहाँ से, this means that the square of this number 31 is less than 1000. Okay, the square of number 31 is less than 1000. So the next perfect square number is, so the next perfect square number will be the square of next number, which is 32. So the square of 32 is, we know, 1024. The square of the number 32 is 1024, and the difference between the plant that he has is 1000, and the next higher square of the next higher number is 32 is 1024. That means the number of more plants required, the number of more plants required will be equals to this 1000, which is square of 32, minus the number of plant he already have, which is 1000. So answer is 24. Okay, so you can write, hence he required 24 more plants to make his desired formation. Okay, so the number of plant that he has was 1000. When you find the square root of 1000, you will find that you will get a remainder as 39. So that means that this is the number we are getting is 31. So 31, the square of 31 is less than 1000. Therefore the square, will consider the square of next high number, which is 32. Square of 32 is 1024, and that means already he has 1000 plant and he need 1024 plant. Okay, so that means the difference is 24. So in total he required 24 more plants to make his desired formation. Okay, so that's the answer number 8. Now moving to the next and the last question of this exercise, which is question number 9. Here you are asked, there are 500 children in a school. The PT teacher, PT means the physical trainer, the sport teacher, for a PT drill, question number 9 is, there are 500 children in a school. For a PT drill, they have to stand in such a manner that the number of rows and number of columns are equal. Again, the condition is same. We have to keep the number of rows and number of columns are equal. Out of, we have number of children, which is 500. Okay, how many children would he left for this arrangement? Okay, so answer is question number 9. We have number of children is equals to 500. Okay, so he has to make a formation where the number of rows and number of columns are equal. Okay, so again we'll start by finding the square root of the number 500. Write the number here, one right line in front of it, one on the upper side. Make the pair of number from the right hand side. So we have 0 0 and a single digit 5. So clearly we need to multiply 2 into 2 to make it a perfect, to get a number less than or equals to 5. So 2 into 2 is 4. When you subtract them, you will get 1. Okay, next step here is we'll add these two numbers. So 2 plus 2 will be 4. We have to write a digit here. Before that, we have to take next pair of digit, which is 0 and 0. So number become 100. So we have to think of a digit which, when multiplied by that digit, after putting that digit here, this 2-digit number, we should get a number less than or equals to 2. Okay, so let's take the 2 here and multiply by 2. 2 into 42 will be 84, and when you subtract, you will get 16 as the remainder. Okay, once you get this number less than this number, you will stop there. Okay, so we'll write here the remainder is, here the remainder is 16. So there will be 16 student left out for making this arrangement. Okay, so there will 16 students left out for making the desired formation. Okay, that is, the number of students will become now, all right, that is 500 minus 16. 516 minus 484, and the square root of 484 is 22. So the number of rows and the number of columns will be 22, and the student that will left out is this 16. Okay, so that's the answer of question number 9. You are simply here asked how many children will be left out. So the number of children left out will be the remainder that you are getting here, which is 16. Okay, so that's the answer number 9. So with this, we have concluded exercise 6.4 and the chapter number 6. Okay, I hope you understood all the question. What you have to do now, you have to practice all these questions multiple times so that you will understand better. Okay, so that's all for now. Thanks for joining here.